Hi, 6th grade. It's Mrs. Heskett. Yes, it's spring break, but I decided it was time to switch things up a little bit with how we assess you in social studies. So we're going to work on ancient Greece. This is your ancient Greece assessment. Assessment means kind of like a test or a quiz, but instead of a multiple choice test or paragraphs or short answer, fill in the blank, you're going to work on a hexagonal diagram. So right here, hexagonal diagram, which is going to show what you now know about ancient Greece. Oh, and by the way, I decided to do a little webcam. Thought it might be kind of fun. Get used to it. Okay, so I can get used to it, not you. Anyhow, you're going to look over the words in this slide. So we have city, state, Athens, Sparta. You can read those. We remember Socrates, not Socrates, but you can find them under Socrates, but it's pronounced Socrates. And when you're looking over them, think how they're connected. So think like direct democracy. Was that Athens? Was that Sparta? Oligarchy. Which one was that? And you're going to take notes in the speaker notes. So you don't even need paper. It's all right down here. And it says add your notes about how the words are connected here. So think about Athens and Sparta. How were they connected? And I won't grade you on your grammar or your spelling. This is just note taking. Well, I'm just going to say that they fought in wars. Okay? And then you might want to say something about Alexander the Great. What was he? What did he do? Okay, so take notes down here. So see, I already have it. Athens and Sparta fought. By the way, just leave the shapes where they're at on this one. This is just kind of to look at. And there are two empty shapes. So when you get to your next slide, if you want to, you could go ahead and add a couple words on a word on each one if you want to make that part of your web. Okay, so we're going to move to the next slide. See, I even add some basketball for you guys because, well, that's what I'm kind of watching right now is a little bit of March Madness. We'll see how my Dukies do tomorrow night. Okay, so now you're going to work on making these into a web. So you will drag the hexagons and click and drag. Make sure that you have that 4 arrow. The arrow directions going 4 ways, and then you can drag it. And we'll bring it down here. So I'm going to say city-states and the United States go together. And then I'm going to make a web out of these. So I'm going to add a blank one. I'm going to put my own word there. And I'm also going to say how Socrates, and I do see I have Socrates twice on this one, but I will delete that before I hand push this out to all of you guys. And I'm going to add Macedonia up here. So this is a web. This is what you need to do with your words. And if you look over here, it says you will need a web of 7 or more hexagons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, why don't I take Alexander the Great? He's the Great. And let's make sure it all moves together. And I'm going to move him down here. Oh, see, his part of him did not move with it. So this is kind of an issue I was having. I had to make this in PowerPoint and lock it and then bring it back. But if it doesn't drag with it, just click there. You want it where it just has the box all the way around it. And then that little blue box, if you can see that back behind, and drag that. Okay, so I'm going to say that he goes with Aristotle. Just a guess there. Okay, so now I have my web. Now I'm going to move, what I would like you to do is move the rest of those off to the side. Did you get the picture of that? So move them off. So if you want to move even the ones you know you're not going to use off first, and then you can make your web up higher, that would be great. See, this would Macedonia. And I want you to kind of connect it a little bit. Oh, that was like someone took over my computer for a second. But anyhow. So you're going to connect them. And they need to be connected kind of on the sides. Okay, now here's the part that will show me what you know about ancient Greece. So down here it says in the note box at the bottom, add how the words are connected. And then I put the directions on there twice just in case you didn't get it. So you need to have one reason for each. So I have the city-state and the United States. So I'd have to type in, okay, I don't want that highlighted anymore. The United States. Oh my, that's typing right on top of me. That's pretty cool. And the word and the Greek city-state are connected because ... And then you give the answer. And do you see how the United States is also connected to this one? So whatever that would be, I'd also have to say the United States and blank are connected, ... And do you see how I also have city-state and this blank one connected? So I'd also have to say how city-states and that blank one are connected. Okay, of course you cannot just leave a blank one. But if we were to take Macedonia and put it down here, okay, this is going off the page, but this is just so you can see. So I'd also have to say how the United States and Macedonia. So whichever edge is touching another edge, you have to give a reason for each edge. Okay, so that's what you need to do on this assessment. And then, of course, when you are finished, you need to turn into Google Classroom. And after that, there will be a Google Form reflection that you'll need to fill out and turn that in as well. Okay, happy basketballing and assessing.